All right, here we go. So what I'm going to do today is show you the equipment you will use to set up for our discussion that we'll have here on Big Things Talk. You will receive this box, this fancy box. It looks like this. There you go. And when you receive the box, it's going to have these locks on there. So what you want to do is going to go through, and don't worry, I'm going to send you the code for this. I'll probably email it to you once we agree to have our discussion, but you take that off like that. Then here's the other one. Take that off. There you go. And then you push these two buttons here, and these buttons will, it's that. You're pulling it. Oh, you're opening it. You'll figure that out probably once you get it. But pull on that to open them. Probably not a good idea to do it standing up like that because everything might come tumbling out of there. But you open it up like this, and whoa, look at that. It's like Christmas. So in here you have a few things, pretty straightforward. You have some bubble wrap to keep everything tightly secured. Batteries and such, any extras in case something goes awry. This is your charger for your earpiece that you'll have. I have a couple of tripods. And don't worry, I'm going to go through later and demonstrate each one of these and show you how they work. iPad. Extra SD cards that you can use for your video camera and also for your voice recorder. Speaking of voice recorder, this is your voice recorder. And then the camera. Light to shine some light on those beautiful faces. All right, here you have your earpiece that you'll use. I'll explain that here shortly. Here is your lapel mic for your voice recorder, and you have a charger for the camera. That's how you unpack everything. Then when you go through, you set everything up. Everything up. And at the end of the interview, when it's time to pack it up, take everything and you put it back like so. This is your charger for your earpiece, and this is said earpiece. So the way it works, you can use, come on, stop playing around, get on out of there. There you go. Okay, you can use this brick here. That's what I call it. It's probably a more scientific term for it. And you plug this USB into here, or if you have another one at home that you prefer, your most favorite charging device, you can use that. This is magnetic, pretty straightforward. Slides on there, and then it charges. Actually, doesn't slide. Just see, look, it's like magic. Okay, that's boring. Never mind. Okay, then to turn it on, you have this button here. Just switch that up, and then that turns it on. Okay, the way the tripod works is you push this button, and that allows you to level off the camera or the light, which is what these tripods will be used for. So that is your tripod. Here's the camera for the tripod, and you just take that, screw it in underneath here, just like that, and that's it. You're all set on the camera. Here's the light. And the way this light works is on the back here, you have the power, you have your, this is your indicator for the amount of battery life left in the batteries. And these are, speaking of batteries, these are where all the batteries are. In case you do need to change some, I will have extra batteries sent with you, so you can change them if you need to. And then this is the button that you push so you can see if there's battery life left. And then this is how you turn it on. So now when you turn it on, what you want to do is you turn this to get as bright as possible, which I'm probably blinding you right now. So when you set it up, you want it to be as bright as you can stand it. The more light, the better. That's the light. Tripod for the light. Take the tripod, twist it into the bottom here. There you go. It's all set up. And then you can do the same thing. Push this button, which will allow you to move the light around to level it. Now, here's your audio recording device. Here's the lapel mic for the device. Now, some features to point out here on this device. If you're facing it, on the right hand side is the jack for the lapel mic. So you plug in the lapel mic, and then on that same side at the very bottom you see the power button. The last button on the bottom. One is a power symbol, the other is hold. So you pull and hold it towards the power symbol until it comes on and it says hi. So nice. And then now the power is on. To record, you simply hold down the record button until the red light here comes on. See that? And to stop recording, you hit that button and it will stop recording. And that's pretty much it. It's pretty straightforward. To turn it off, you go to the same power button that you used before and you just do the reverse. You just hold it down until it goes off and it says bye-bye. Now, one thing I should say about the voice recorder is that when you are recording, once you get everything plugged in and you have the lapel mic on your shirt, and the lapel mic, I would say you probably want to have it about maybe 6 inches or so below your chin. But once you have it set up, you can just sit the lapel mic on, or sit the voice recorder on the table. You don't have to hold it. You don't have to hold it close to you. The lapel mic will be used as the microphone to pick up what you're saying and transport it to the voice recorder. Now let's take a look at the camera. There's a charging strip for the camera, and here's the camera. Still on this iPad, still on this tripod. Actually, I'm just gonna take that off. Sit that to the side. Coffee, anyone? Sorry, I had to do that. Okay, so here is your camera. Now, the way this works is, if you're facing the lens, on the bottom back left corner is the charging input, and you simply take the charger. Now it should come to you already charged, but in the event something happens, like on the way in the plane it decides to drain all the battery, then this is what you would do. You charge it up like so. That's the charger, pretty straightforward. Now we have a screen that will allow you to see yourself. So you want to rotate it counterclockwise, and that will allow it to turn all the way around so that the screen faces you. Now if you turn it clockwise, what you're going to find is it gets to that point and then it stops. And if you go any further, it's going to break and Big Things Talk will no longer exist. Just kidding. So you turn it clockwise and then the screen faces you. A couple of features here that are important for you to know. There is a switch on the side that will open up the lens. There you go. And then when it's time to record, on the inside of the screen, you'll see a power button. Just turn that on, and then there's a record button on the back. And then you hit the record button, and then it will be recording. Now, when it's recording, you want to make sure you're just monitoring it and that the recording light, the red light, stays on. It's one of the reasons we got this camera, so that way you can make sure that it's always recording. Okay, and that is the camera. Pretty straightforward. And here you go. Here is the iPad. Now the iPad is used strictly as a device that will allow you to view both yourself and me during our discussion. So we have set up a video conferencing account with Zoom, 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 that we will use this iPad simply as a means for us to communicate through video. It will not be used for recording. That's what the camera's for. So the way this works is, when you get the iPad, you take it and then you turn it on, you hit the power button, you slide to unlock, and then you put in the passcode I will definitely give to you. So when you open it, when you turn on the iPad, it may be on the main page with all of the apps. So what you do is you scroll on over. It's on the third window over, and it says Zoom. Click on Zoom, and then it says join a meeting, and it asks for your meeting ID. So I will then give you the meeting ID, and then we will be logged in to to the meeting. If you have Wi-Fi, you want to go ahead and connect to Wi-Fi. It'll make it a little bit easier for the streaming of the video. This will also be connected through data, so you'll be able to use it as well, but the connection may not be as fast as it would be if you were going over Wi-Fi. So you can go ahead and get connected to Wi-Fi. And don't worry, I'll be able to walk you through all of this if any of this is foreign to you, but some of you are probably more technically savvy than I am, so this is probably a moot point. All right, so that is that. And just turn that off.